Jackson. I feel like Jackson, Mississippi. No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal, and they don't care, and everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now, and I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met a motherfucker. Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay and
boom, shakalaka boom. Let me cut the right mic on. You're tuned in to the free range human show of choice, your daily dose of reality radio. It starts right now. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I am, of course, Clay Edwards, coming at you live. L-I-V-E. There's only four fingers. Coming at you live here on 1039 WYAB, the 50,000 watt blowtorch. That makes us the number one most powerful talk radio station in the state of Mississippi. Not just Jackson, not just Biloxi, not just North Mississippi, East Mississippi, West Mississippi, the entire Mississippi, the most powerful. Now, I'm not saying you can pick us up in Biloxi or you can pick us up in North Mississippi. I'm just saying they ain't a stick bigger than ours. I've been saying that my whole life, hadn't I? Welcome in this morning. Now, if you are up in them areas, you can always listen, or down in them areas, you can always listen to us on the Mazda, or watch us on the Mazda of Jackson live stream. We are everywhere this morning. We are on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, till you don't stop, X, Rumble, and Facebook. You can find all of those by typing in these 7 little letters, SAVEJXN. Yeah, 7. Save JXN. And join in on the conversation over there. And we've been doing some big numbers over on the YouTube lately. They changed the setting. So let me give all you wannabe Clay Edwards out there, all you guys, biting at my ankles, thinking you can do what I do. Let me give you a little free tip here, a little creator free tip here. The app I use to stream the show, Restream, has a setting where you can simultaneously, that means at the same time, because I know some of y'all are slow, simultaneously stream in portrait and landscape mode. And YouTube will let you stream to both at the same time. That's right. Two times. Same time. That means simultaneously for smart people. And those portrait views, which I'm not a fan of, are doing gangbuster numbers. We have more than tripled our live stream audience between adding TikTok, Instagram, and portrait YouTube. In just the last 2 weeks, it's been massive. Advertisers, we got to rework our deals, man. I'm not charging y'all enough. I'm kidding. Not really. Just wait till that next round of negotiations comes up. I'm going to be like the NFL upping my fees around here. I'm playing with y'all. But we appreciate everybody this morning. One thing if I'm nothing else, I am willing to help people grow their platforms, even if their intentions are to tear mine down. Because I firmly believe that the only person that can tear down this platform is me. When you build something on a good, solid foundation, when you build a moat around it, the only thing that can destroy it is from within. It's just like this country. The only thing that can destroy America is America. We're doing a fine damn job of trying right now. Well, not we, but you nut jobs out there are doing a fine job of trying to tear this place down. And look, they've been trying to tear mine down. They have been trying and trying and trying. It's got to be frustrating. If you wake up every day and you think to yourself, today's the day we're going to get Clay Edwards. This is going to be the day he goes away. We're going to get him canceled today. Today's the day. Oh, we got this. Oh, we got this good evidence. Oh, this is going to get him. This is going to be the one that ends Clay Edwards. Oh, this pitcher's going to get, he's not going to be able to recover from this. He ain't going to be able to recover. Oh. So what I realized, there's a network of about 15 to 20 losers. I got a word I like to call them retards. About 15 to 20 retards. And they all tag each other in every post. They all share each other's post. They do all these things. And if you take all of them together and combine them, they still don't have as many followers as I have. Because I'm kind of a one-man army. The one-man gang. We like the old school wrestling references around here. I'm a one-man gang. Except I have you all out there who support me. And I firmly believe the reason you support me and you stood by my side through thick and thin the last 5-6 years is because I'm going to tell the truth to my detriment at times. I'm going to be honest with y'all about stuff, the way I feel. I'm going to call a spade a spade. And I learned that from Kim Wade. I learned it from my parents. That's what they instilled in me. But as I got into media, I learned that from Kim Wade over here at WYB the last 5 years, listening to Kim every afternoon and him kind of being my moral compass isn't the word I'm looking for, but Kim's been my Mr. Miyagi. And I think that is a great way to reference Kim Wade. I've been Daniel-san, and he's been Mr. Miyagi for me. And there's been times where I wanted to blow my fuse. He's like, don't do it. Here's why. You look 2 or 3 steps ahead. Look 2 or 3 steps ahead. And I was going to get on here this morning and I was going to take a little victory lap about something, but I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind on that because, these retards, they keep coming after me and they keep trying to chop me down like I'm a tree. And I'm a big old tree now. I'm a big old tree. They keep trying to chop me down. What I've come to realize is what I just said. You could take all of them, you can add their followers together, and they still don't have as many as me. 250,000 plus. Say that again, 250,000 plus local followers right here in Jackson, Mississippi. And any attention I give those people is attention they were never going to get. So it just got me to thinking, right? Got me to thinking. I've learned like a really, really extremely important lesson the last 5 or 6 years. Technically, it's more than one, but it's the same core lesson. Don't talk crap until you've secured the W, the win. Don't brag about anything, any deals until the contract's signed. I don't brag about new advertisers until contract signed, first month's check is cleared the bank. Then we introduce a new advertiser here. I learned that back in the concert business days. I'd get a little excited. I'd get ahead of myself. Man, I can't wait to announce this concert. It's going to be so fun to announce this. The phones are going to blow up. You would do it, and something would fall through. There wasn't an I dotted or a T crossed, and it could make the deal go sideways. And, well, you got mud on your face. Let's bring that to a local level here to some of these wannabe podcasters, wannabe streamers, wannabe YouTubers. Don't announce a big guest for your show until that show is gone live or until you've pre-recorded it and put it in the can and your guest can't back out because they can always change their mind, or some of your haters can intimidate them out of doing the show. Don't count your lawsuit funds until the check's cleared the bank. And last and definitely not least, don't throw dirt on your opponent's grave until you know that SOB is dead. Until you know that SOB is dead. And in this little lesson here, I am that SOB. And I got on the Austin 316 shirt this morning, finally came in to drive that point home. I ain't dead till I'm dead. I know y'all have celebrated my demise several times. And somehow or another, I just keep coming out on the other side. Cleaner, bigger than ever. We all running around here crying, going to jail, whatever else. Here's Clay, just like my damn tattoo says, for those watching on the internet, still standing. That's all I got to say about that. Eat crap, die angry. I ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. I take joy. I take a lot of joy out of waking up every morning, 5:30, my 2 feet hitting the ground and knowing I get to come do this every day. And here lately, the added pleasure of knowing that it drives some people absolutely insane that I get to do this and they can't. And they want to so bad, but they're just not smart enough to figure out how. It ain't rocket science. I know a lot of y'all are future astronauts, future rocket scientists, and future engineers. It's hard work. It's dedication. It's getting up every day and doing it. It's not being scared to fail. It's not being scared to be embarrassed. It's not being scared to be laughed at, to be told you're crazy, to be called a racist, a homophobe, a transphobe, a bigot, or whatever else the people who are trying to deter you from pursuing your dream, the haters. You got to be able to withstand all that. Everybody can't do it. Everybody ain't built like this. I'm built different. Some would say I'm crazy, like a fox. Sometimes I just don't know when to quit. And sometimes that is a great attribute, and sometimes it is a detriment. And through my career here, it has been both. But it's been a benefit more than it's been a detriment. Thankfully. Thank you, God. God is great. God is good. And beer is cold. And I love them both. Let's take our first break, come back, and let's jump into all of the incendiary chaos this morning on the Clay Edwards Show. 103.9 WYAB inside the Men's Health and Women's Wellness in Mississippi studios, where you can always text 601. Well, text Clay to 601-800-5130. Get that free testosterone screening, and maybe, see, I'm giving y'all some more free advice here on how to catch up with me. Get that free testosterone screening, and maybe you can do more than start biting at my ankles. Maybe you can start biting on my knees. From Men's Health of Mississippi. Free testosterone screening. 601-800-5130. Text my name, Clay. If you want to text into the show this morning, the LS Autoplex text line is 769-241-1944. If you're watching on the Mazda Jackson live stream, hit like for me. Let's get up to 100 likes this morning. Hit the share button. If you're watching on one of the platforms you can share it on. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
.1039 WYAB.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Get ready to shamrock your Saturday at Martin's Livingston. Join us this Saturday, March 21st from 3 to 8 p.m. for our St. Patty's Crawfish Boil, packed with flavor, fun, and live music all afternoon. Enjoy fresh crawfish and great sounds from the Fisher Hester Band, South of 20 Trio, and the TJ Burnham Trio. It's the ultimate St. Patrick's celebration. Food, drinks, and live music at Martin's Livingston this Saturday. Don't miss it.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Need a new car? Then march right over to Mazda of Jackson and spring in the savings. Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 CX-5s, 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, CX-70s, and Mazda 3s with approved credit. And get 1 year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another. Experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. So get to Mazda of Jackson today, where pre-owned vehicles and hassle-free trade-in options are also available. Shop online or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness in Mississippi. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness in Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Men, if you answer yes to any of these questions, you could be suffering from low testosterone. Do you have low sex drive? ED, always tired, depressed, loss of muscle mass, obese, loss of focus and drive? You, my friends, need to get your numbers checked. Check out Men's Health of Mississippi, located in Madison, Mississippi, and online at menshealthms.com. Guys, get your numbers checked today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. menshealthms.com. Men's Health of Mississippi. Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. 103.9 WYAB inside the Men's Health, Women's Wellness Mississippi studios. This segment, real quick, because it's going to lead into our first topic this morning. This segment is brought to you by Martin's Downtown and Martin's Livingston. Big concert announcement yesterday down at Martin's Downtown. They didn't pay me to promote this, but hey, I'll kind of promote everything for them. But again, it's going to lead in nicely to our first topic. Y'all know one of my old friends. We ain't talked in about 20 years, but you know, once a friend, always a friend of the Clay Edwards Show. And I find it kind of funny too, because some of the one of these losers that was making some videos about me yesterday while he had to cry about his homie going to jail was celebrating Afroman's big victory about the cops raiding his house and whatnot. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But yes, at about the best time possible, Afroman's getting all this coverage. I mean, just it's on fire. It's going viral. One of the biggest stories in the country. Ka-ka! Isn't that what he does? Ka-ka! I can't even do it. I was never able to make that sound. Martin's announces Afroman returning April 2nd to Martin's Downtown. Tickets are available at Eventbrite now. So be sure to check that out. Joseph, a.k.a. I'm calling by his government name, Joseph Afroman, always puts on a heck of a show. Now, ladies, don't be wandering on that stage. I mean, Afroman is a pimp, and he keeps that pimp hand strong. Check the resume. You've been warned. Don't just wander on an active stage. What you doing? After Dimebag Darrell got killed on stage, I have no sympathy, zero sympathy for anybody that wanders on stage and gets their block knocked off. Hell to the no. Hell no. I still can't believe that he got sued for that, but neither here nor there. Martin's has also announced their big St. Patty's Day downtown. The big St. Patty's Day after party It is the most iconic St. Patty's Day after party. Now, this ain't my jam. I'm not a Swiftie, but a lot of y'all are Taylor Swift fans. Apparently, they got the world's most popular Taylor Swift DJ. And it's called, let's see here. It says it's Patty time at Martin's St. Patty's Parade after party, starting at 11 a.m. with DJ Swiftie. It's the Taylor Swift dance party. Then they got some local DJs finishing out the day. That sounds kind of fun. I mean, I'm sure, you get enough Fireball and Michelob Ultra in me. I can, Andy Gator. I can probably hum the words to a Taylor Swift song or two. I won't confirm or deny. What's that Tim McGraw song? I like that one a lot. That Tim McGraw. Anyhow, hey, real quick, y'all get out to Martin's today for lunch to either location, Livingston or downtown. And this weekend in Livingston, they're having a St. Patrick's Day, not a St. Patty's, a St. Patrick's Day crawfish boil outdoors there this Saturday. Going to be a real good time out there. I love nice weather, cold beer, and crawfish. I mean, if I didn't, that'd be mighty, mighty gay. That's what I think of you if you don't like any of those things. You don't have to like all three, but if you don't like all one of the three, no, two of the three, you ain't got to like beer, you ain't got to like crawfish, but you got to like good weather, and you got to like one or the other. Let's wish somebody a happy birthday real quick this morning. How about that? And remember, just a FYI, guys, if you want me to do any happy birthdays on the air, shoot me a text on the Ellis Autoplex text line, 769-241-1944. I never have a problem doing that. My boy Chris Carr out at 99 Jams back in the day would always do that for my daughter for me. I'd be able to put it on the car whether I was picking her up from school or in the mornings, whenever it was he was on the air, maybe it was nighttime, whatever. And he would always do that for me to wish my daughter a happy birthday. So I know how cool that is as a parent to be able to make that happen. But how about this one? How about Lucy? Let's wish Lucy a happy 13th birthday this morning. Lucy, your dad loves you, and happy birthday. We hope you have a big one. I think you're getting out of the car right now, so I hope I got it in time. All right, big happy birthday to Lucy from the Clay Edwards Show and WYAB. Happy 13th. I remember my 13th birthday. Believe it or not, I thought it was my 12th, but it's my 13th, I believe. My dad dropped me off at the Mississippi Coliseum for the Kiss Hot in the Shade tour. My mom was in the hospital having a surgery done. Prayers for my mom, too, by the way. She's going through some stuff. Prayers for my mom. But my mom was having surgery, and they weren't able to do a birthday party. So Dad drops me off at the Coliseum by myself for the first time ever. If I've told this story on here before, I apologize telling it again so soon. I told it on Facebook the other day. I can't remember if I told it on here. And I'm at the Coliseum for the first time by myself, I think. Pretty sure that was the first concert by myself. I definitely remember the whole scenario. And lo and behold, Lillian Axe was just such a big band, especially in this area at the time. They were the only band from Jackson. I know technically they're from New Orleans, but Stevie Blaze lived up here in Clinton for a while. This was their second home. But they were kind of based out of Jackson. And they had music videos and stuff. They were on their second album then, Love and War, which was one of my all-time favorite albums. And I run into Stevie Blaze there, and I'm this 12 or 13-year-old kid. If I was born in August of 77, and that show was August of 90, that would make me 13, right? Math ain't my strong point. Y'all tell me, it's Common Core stuff. I still can't count it. Anyway, whatever it was. So I run into Stevie Blaze, and I'd met him once before at Morrison Brothers Music when it was still over on Highway 80. I used to get my mom to drop me off there, just let me look at guitars while she'd go to the Metro Center. Morrison Brothers was my unofficial daycare for years. I bet they hated to see me coming. Anyway, I met him once before there and heard some cool stories, and I was just starstruck because they were one of my favorite bands ever. And I get to the Kiss concert, and here's Stevie Blaze and his girlfriend at the time. And in my mind, I've convinced myself it was Miss Mississippi. I feel like I remember that for some reason. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. For the sake of this story, it was Stevie Blaze and Miss Mississippi and little Clay Edwards. It just sounds better. And man, I connected to his hip the whole time, and even got to sit with him through the concert and everything. And I've just never, ever forgotten that, man. Through the highs and lows of Lillian Axe and near life experience and my nightclubs, I always booked them when I could. Stayed a big fan. built a relationship with them over the years. And I just always thought that was really cool that the rock star from Jackson, like this little 12, 13-year-old kid that was at the Coliseum celebrating his birthday by himself because his mom was in the hospital. He let me hang out with him. And that right there, folks, is how you make a fan for life. Because here I am, 48 years old, still a Lillian and Axe fan. I mean, I went down a rabbit hole the other day, listened to them all day, talking about it here on the radio show, top radio show in the area, in the mornings anyway. And that is how you build a fan base. And that's how I try to treat people. That's how I try to treat kids when I meet them. You know, I want to be their favorite radio host when they're 48 years old. Well, I want to be the young lady's name we just said there, and Lucy. I want to be Lucy's favorite radio host in 30 years when she's in her 40s, because she remembers me wishing her happy birthday. And that's how you got to treat folks. That's how you build an audience. That's how you build a fan base. That's how you build a foundation to a sustainable career, when you rely on the public to do business with you. And by doing business with you, that means cutting you on, listening to you, watching you, whatever. You know, the model has changed, but the game remains the same. Back to Afroman. Afroman, long story short, let's see if I can pull it up here. Excuse me. This over on X, Colin Rugg has got a little footage here. Now, I have not listened to this footage. It's in a courtroom, so I'm going to assume it is safe for air here. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's safe for air. I'll kind of read this to you real quick. It says, jury sides with Afroman, who was sued by sheriff's deputies after he made a music video with surveillance of them raiding his home. The deputies said post and the music videos caused humiliation, ridicule, mental distress, and embarrassment, and loss of reputation. Afroman says his home was wrongly searched, and he accused the deputies of causing damage to his home. He also says they disconnected his security footage and stole $400. Now, you guys know I'm 99 times out of 100, I take the side of the police. Y'all even call me a bootlicker. Honorary goon squad member. I've heard that from the folks with goon squad derangement syndrome. But I side with Afroman here. Well, Afroman, he put him in a music video. I just retweeted it, and I can't play it. I'm pretty sure it's not. Well, we're not going to play copyrighted music on this show because I can't afford any strikes on the YouTubes. But maybe I tell you what we can do. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this clip from the courtroom here. If the volume isn't good, we're going to abandon ship on this, but hopefully we can hear it a little bit. This is Afroman in court on X from Colin Rugg. Afroman. Paint picture here for those listening. Afroman walks into the court wearing a American flag suit. I'm talking about tops, bottoms, the whole thing. Big afro, obviously. The name says it all. Checks out. And he's wearing a white fur coat, probably mink. He don't wear fake stuff. Afroman's a real OG, a real pimp. He don't wear no fake anything. The only thing missing is his diamond encrusted gold goblet that he drinks out of. But he walk in straight pimping, straight pimping. Let's see what he says here. Enough. All right, the judge is looking through some papers. Come on.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor
What?
of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed. So the matter will be concluded with defense verdicts. Thank you, Mr. Klingler. Thank you, Mr. Osborne. The court, Sheriff's Department for security in the building and permit.
I was going to clean my room, but I sued the cops. Look, for all I can tell, I remember when all that first happened. It didn't really pique my interest a whole lot. I mean, I go way back with Joseph, but he was in the right on this. Sometimes cops do overstep their bounds. And I just think that they probably got a bit excited, thinking, oh, this is Afroman. He's always posting videos of weed and talking about weed and all that stuff. It's easy to go pop him. Thought they were going to get something, and they didn't at the end of the day. And they put him, I think they were suing him at one point also for putting them in his music video without their permission. Well, it's his footage. it's on his property. I mean, you kind of consent to that, I guess. I don't know. Either way, that was in federal court. They ruled in favor of Hattiesburg's. He's an adopted son of Hattiesburg, but he's from California. But he's Mississippi's adopted son, Afroman. You know, for those that don't know, Afroman stayed on my couch for a while at my parents' house. We all kind of lived at my parents' house at one time for a little while, and it was at the peak of his fame. I mean, it really was. Right around the time that Because I Got High was the number one song in the country, Afroman was overseas, I think in Germany, if I remember right. And what he realized is they was messing with his money. He said, man, I was making more money independently. But now he's got this big agent. They're booking him on these tours. He ain't making the money he was. He was selling out clubs, keeping 100%. But then you got to pay the record label. You got to pay this. You got to pay that. And everybody else gets a cut of you. He's like, And he changed his name to Humble and began doing the Christian version of Afroman. But when all that was happening, he was crashed on my couch, man. And I used to run and kind of tour with him and stuff. We go to all these different club shows and stuff. I've told the story about how much I used to like to party and drink, you know, and I'll just never forget knowing that it was time for me to slow my drinking down. When Afroman was my designated driver one time, I was like, you know what? It's probably time to hit the pause button on this a little bit when Afroman is your designated driver. What was the guy, the Here's Your Sign? Was that Jeff Foxworthy or Bill Engvall? Bill Engvall did the Here's Your Sign. It's like, here's your sign. You might be stupid. Anyway, let's take a break. This is the Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB.
.1039 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Surf and Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
When leaks, clogs, or cold showers slow you down, call on Anglin Plumbing, the plumbing experts who get the job done right the first time. Leaky faucet, sink, or toilet? Need a water heater installed? Call on Anglin Plumbing. You can always trust Anglin's reliable and hardworking technicians. Don't let plumbing headaches ruin your day. Call on Anglin Plumbing Service to get it fixed. And you can be a part of the team. Anglin Plumbing is now hiring. Learn more about Anglin Plumbing at anglinplumbing.com. Looking to make technology work for your business instead of the other way around? Visit brentech.ms today. From reliable network infrastructure and wireless internet to cloud or on-premise backups, Brentech has solutions that keep your business connected, secure, and running smoothly. Don't let tech headaches slow you down. Discover how Brentech can simplify and elevate your business at brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. Brentech, technology made easy.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
Your roof is constantly exposed to the elements, battling dirt, algae, and stains. But with Watkins Construction and Roofing Roof Wash Service, you can keep it looking like new. A proprietary rooficide treatment is EPA approved, safe, and guaranteed to prevent algae from coming back for at least 2 years. No harsh chemicals, no damage, no black streaks. Just a clean, beautiful roof that lasts. Call Watkins Construction and Roofing at 601-966-8233 or visit nomoreroofstains.com today.
Your pool should be something you enjoy.
not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
Here at Lake and Glass and Tint, we've become well known for two things: window tint and windshields. Now, when it comes to window tint, you already know that we're the go-to for home, car, and office. And as always, we offer free consultations. So if you're in the need of window tint or windshields, give us a call, 601-946-1000. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram or at lakeandglassandtint.com. Lake and Glass and Tint, where quality matters.
Hey, Central Mississippi, it's Big Pop inviting you to Mississippi's biggest and best gun shows. Big Pop Gun Shows will be at the Clyde News Center March 21st, 22nd in Pearl, Mississippi. Saturday hours 9 to 5, Sunday hours 10 to 5. There'll be plenty of buying, selling, trading, gun appraisals, over 250 tables of merchandise to see. The largest vendors around to see. Y'all come and let's have a great weekend at the Pearl Gun Show March 21st, 22nd at the Clyde News Center. And don't forget to register for two $20 gift certificates to be given away every hour. Go to www.bigpopgunshows for more info.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. 1039 WYAB. Let's see here. I got a funny story to tell y'all here in just a second. Funny story. H&H Chief Sales. They're in Carthage, Mississippi. Look, guys, they sell trusted brands such as rugged, I love saying rugged, Big Tex trailers, durable CM and Legend X truck beds. I just feel like when you do this ad read, you got to do it in like your Dixie National rodeo announcer voice, like or strip club DJ voice, however you want to say it. But you got to put the it's got to come from the belly. Get in my belly. Look, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. So does Men's Health in Mississippi, by the way. Oh, we're not talking about trucks there, though. Look, for the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. You can visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime online at hhchiefsales.com. That's hhchiefsales.com. Quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do. And guys, they can do any kind of custom welding or anything like that for you as well on your trailers, farm equipment, truck, or anything else you need. You need to build a big rack on the back of your truck to carry your ladders and working equipment around. They got you covered. You're in the lawn business, need some work done on your trailer to carry all your equipment, got you covered. You can dream it. They can build it. Real quick here, let me mark this on my list here so I can keep up with everything that I'm doing here on the show this week. I hate saying on the radio. I don't mind all my other little sound effects, but I hate I went to a Toastmasters class one time at Hallamals years ago when I first got my first management job in the car business. And as a manager in the car business, a lot of time you got to lead the sales meeting. Well, I wanted to be good at that. I didn't want to suck at that. Even though that was, you got to be a leader. You got to be able to talk to people. You got to be able to look people in the eye. That's why Gen Z bosses are so terrible for the most part, is they don't know how to look people in the eye. They'd rather stand in front of the room and send a text to everybody in the room. That's why so many of them are being fired right now. Anyway, I went to a Toastmasters class one time, and they had it in like the brew pub at Hallamals, and it was there that I learned how to try to do a little bit of public speaking. I learned enough of what they taught to be able to kind of self-teach myself that, and then my buddy Jake Wimberly gave me a little bit of advice as well when I got into radio. But at the end of the day, you want to try to have a whole conversation without using filler words, looking down at your shoes, any of that stuff. Like even on radio, y'all hear me pause sometimes for like 2, 3, 4, even 5 seconds, 10 seconds sometimes. But it's better, dead air is better than random noises to fill air. That's why when we have co-host and guests on here and stuff that just their way through a show, it is annoying. It is a terrible listen to the listener. So, But I learned that at Toastmasters. So if you ever want to do learn how to be a public speaker, I think you can Google Toastmasters and find out if they still do any classes around here. But I highly recommend it. I really do. Even if you don't do public speaking, just to learn how to carry on a better public conversation with somebody. Guys, you're looking to figure out how to pick girls up? Well, but learn how to talk to them is a great way to pick them up or get to know them, to get a number. I say pick up, I mean, like, get a number. I ain't talking about like going home and sleeping with on the first date, nothing like that. I mean, maybe that too. I ain't here to judge. But, if you can look somebody in the eye and carry on a conversation with them, you've made it further than most people have. They'll start to let their guard down if you know how to talk to another person. Just pro tip there. Funny story. So I know y'all seen that picture floating around the interwebs of me buying Kratom at the gas station. Oh, the humanity of buying something perfectly legal at the gas station. A product that I have spent hours and hours and hours and hours promoting on the show. So anyway, I returned to the scene of the crime yesterday. Told y'all at the end of the show yesterday I was going to buy some Kratom. I wasn't kidding. So I returned to the scene of the crime where it's perfectly legal to still buy it in Madison County. Anyway, I walked in. I looked around the store. I said, I'm back. Let's see if I can get out of here this time without going viral. The girl looked at me. She goes, viral. I said, oh, you don't know? I'm your most famous customer. I single-handedly supported the entire local creator economy online this week with a viral photo of myself. She had no clue. Well, she pretended she had no clue what I was talking about. So I packed up my petty little bag and I marched right back out of that store. Thought I was in there big. Well, I can't say what I want to say. What do we call those? What are those little emojis we use in replace of that? The little purple vegetable looks like a cucumber. What is that thing called? Anyway, I was big stepping. We'll just say that. I was big stepping right on out of there, back to my truck and got the hell out of Dodge. I'm like, well, that was supposed to be way funnier than it was. I just knew that they would knew what I was talking about. Moral to the story, they don't even know who those losers are either. And that's where the gas station, that's where the photo was taken at. So I got a kick out of that. I don't know about everybody else. Let's see here. We got a text here. Eggplant. That's what an eggplant. I was big eggplanting right on out of there, man. Just big timing. Big timing right on out of there. Thank you, texter, on the Ellis Autoplex text line there. But anyway, it really did amuse me because I was just chin up, son, shoulders back, chin up, chest out. Let's see if I can get out of here without going viral today. And, I'm just trying to break the ice and make a funny out of it. I didn't want them to think I was mad at them because I wasn't mad at the people that worked there. I really wasn't mad at nobody. I mean, obviously, I put the picture as my profile picture on Facebook, and I reminded everybody I do have 6 of those shirts left, the FAFO blackout tag shirts. I had 6 of them left in 2XL. I got them in my truck. I've already, because, I put this on Facebook last night. So, hey, if anybody wants one of these now legendary shirts, hit me up on the DM. They're normally $30. I'll do $20, include shipping and handling. I've already got 3 committed, so I got 3 left. They're all I got is 2XL and that shirt. But clearly I need to get some more printed because you got to strike while the iron's hot around here. And so we may end up re-releasing that shirt. But if you want that shirt in a 2XL, $20, I might meet you depending on who you are or where you're at. If it's not out of my way. If not, I will include shipping for the $20. It cost me $5, whatever. I don't care. I'm really not trying to make any money on this. I just need to get rid of the shirts. This seemed like a good opportunity. So let me give y'all another pro tip. When people are coming after you and they're attacking you and they're trying to tell lies about you or trying to paint a narrative about you, you better just, I hate Eminem. I despise white thugs, white rappers for the most part, with the exception of Struggle Jennings and Jelly Roll. I kind of like Yellow Wolf a little bit. But And I'm sure there's some other miscellaneous ones out there I'm not thinking about. Vanilla Ice, of course, the OG, and Marky Mark. I mean, but and I do like this new guy, Jay something or Jay Wick, pork chop sandwich, mayonnaise on a hot sauce on a pork chop sandwich guy. I don't know why it's a guilty pleasure, but what was I saying? Oh, Eminem. We got about a minute left here. I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, why would I give a damn? Never let the internet know if something bothers you or not, because the internet's going to internet. And if people think it makes you mad, they're going to quadruple down. Lord knows I am. If I know something bothers you, if I know you have a weakness, if I know something that you're super self-conscious about, maybe it's your intelligence, maybe it's your weight, maybe it's whatever I know about you, that's going to be what I go after. Well, I know that that's what people do to me too. So you're better off just owning whatever they put out there about you, whatever the haters are saying about you. Just own it. Never let them know it bothers you. I made that picture, my profile picture on my page with 71,000 followers. Gas station outlaw right here. Kratom King of Mississippi right here. I don't care. But I love that scene in 8 Mile at the very end of it, where that guy thinks he's going to call Eminem trailer trash. He's going to talk about sleeping with his girl. He's going to do all this stuff. But Eminem goes first, or Squirrel, or whatever his name was in that movie. And he said it all about himself. And it's like black people taking the N-word from white Democrats and reclaiming it as their word, whether I agree with it or not. And now white Democrats have to call them other stuff, or they still call them that, but whatever. Well, that's like me. Well, cool. I'm white trash. Proud of it. Well, I take kratom. Proud of it. I like to have a good time. Proud of it. I watch wrestling. Proud of it. What? I'm also still standing with the #1 radio show in Central Mississippi and probably the whole state, with the exception of my buddy, Mr. Kim Wade. Let's take a break. We'll be right back here on the Clay Edwards Show.
.1039 WYAB.
At Center for Orthodontics, we believe in family, tradition, and community. From kids to adults, Sandifer offers state-of-the-art orthodontic care with complimentary consultations, so everyone in the family can smile with confidence. Sandifer Orthodontics proudly supports Tri-County Academy and the Building on Tradition campaign, so a short drive to local businesses like Sandifer helps TCA thrive. Begin the journey to a beautiful smile at sandiferortho.com. Sandifer Orthodontics, Highland Village, Jackson, and Gateway Drive in Brandon. Vans Comics, Cards, and Games is your local sports cards and memorabilia store, plus Pokemon, board games, comics, and more. Get in the game, make history, and own it at Vans Comics, Cards, and Games, Pear Orchard Road in Ridgeland, and at vansccg.com. Better ingredients, better pizza with a better website. Papa John's and papajohns.com team up for the best experience. Save more with Papa Rewards and all the best deals. Order today and enjoy the new specials and Papa's pairings at papajohns.com and at locations throughout the metro.
Have you thought about the cost of long-term care? In Mississippi, a home health aide can cost over $57,000 a year, and a private nursing home room can exceed $109,000 annually. Hi, my name is Cressley Pierce at Pierce Professional Agency. Long-term care insurance may help protect your savings and give you more options and peace of mind as you age. Learn how planning ahead could save you money and stress. Find me, Cressley Pierce, online today at MadisonPlans.com. That's MadisonPlans.com.
Get ready, Louisiana! Johnny's Pizza House is turning up the heat with our Sweet the Swamp Pizza. Packed with crawfish, shrimp, a taste of crack, andouille sausage, bell peppers, onions, jalapenos, and a blend of Cajun spices, all smothered in delicious mozzarella cheese. It's the perfect bite of the bayou and the perfect meal for any Cajun crave. Try our Cajun Flint or dive into a Sweet the Swamp Pizza Bowl. A taste of Louisiana flavor is waiting on you. Let's share a slice today at Johnny's Pizza House.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free, no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
Looking for adventure, amazing food, and a little relaxation all in one place? You'll find it at Cypress Point Resort in Brandon. Load up the family and experience a real drive-through safari, petting zoo, and thrilling guided Jeep tours. Then slow it down with mouth-watering steaks at the steakhouse, or grab drinks and live music at the tavern. Planning a wedding or reunion? Cypress Point Resort has beautiful venues and cozy lodging. Ready for your big day or just a weekend escape? It's everything you love about the outdoors with a touch of luxury. Cypress Point Resort. Wild fun right around the corner.
Huddle up, wing lovers, and double your count for less on Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings. When you buy one order of traditional wings, get one for 50% off. No time to dine? Order for delivery and wing it up with a crew at home. Or pick up takeout when you're on the go. Limit one per order, not valid with any other offers. Additional terms and conditions apply. Huddle up for Wing Tuesday at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is...
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show. We got about a minute here for our top of the hour commercial and news break on WYAB. Fun show so far this morning. You know, just kind of free winging it a little bit, freestyling it. I sat down last night after I worked out to do a bunch of show prep, and man, I can't just cover stories because they're popular stories. Just because they're in the news doesn't necessarily mean I find them interesting. And I can't come on here and be inauthentic with you guys. I can't do that. I know there's a lot of big news stories. I know you got this Kent character in the news, and we may talk about it. I'm just going to be honest. I have a lot more fun just raising hell, praising Dale. We're going to do more of that when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
1039 WYAB, Pocahontas, Jackson.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Iran war is almost 3 weeks old, and Defense Secretary Hegseth has just told reporters there is no time frame for ending it.
It will be at the president's choosing, ultimately, where we say, hey, we've achieved what we need to on behalf of the American people to ensure our security. So no time set on that, but we're very much on track.
As Iran intensifies attacks on oil and gas facilities around the Gulf, Joint Chiefs Chair General Dan Kane assures
U.S. CENTCOM remains on plan to achieve our military objectives and remain unrelenting in our pursuit of Iranian missile capabilities, UAV capabilities.
Now to the Middle East, and correspondent Charlie Daggett in Tel Aviv.
President Trump squaring off against both sides of this conflict, saying the U.S. has nothing to do with Israel's bombing of Iran's gas fields, demanding that Israel stop immediately and threatening to blow up Iran's gas fields if that country keeps attacking energy facilities in the Gulf.
The escalation is driving up energy prices. Crude oil hit $119 a barrel today. Gas prices jumped 30% in Europe. Here in the U.S.,
as Americans wake up this morning, the price of a gallon of regular gasoline is up by 95.5 cents from a month ago, averaging $3.88 a gallon.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger. The president's pick for Homeland Security Secretary, Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, could win an initial thumbs up from lawmakers on Capitol Hill today. CBS's Nicole Skanga.
We could see a vote from the full Senate as soon as next week, and we do expect that this will be relatively fast-tracked. We might actually have a situation where we see a new DHS secretary before we see the Department of Homeland Security reopen.
For now, massive backups are getting worse at airports as TSA workers go unpaid and call out sick. This is the last official day of winter, but it already feels like midsummer in parts of the West. Ed Kane works outdoors at a car wash in Las Vegas, where the high for today is 97.
We had a mild winter, so I was telling everybody that I figured we were going to have a hot summer. So looks like we're getting a start on it.
It reached 108 near Palm Springs yesterday, and it's not expected to cool off until Saturday. Could there be news ahead on aliens? CBS's Stacey Lynn.
The White House has registered the domain names alien.gov and aliens.gov. While the administration hasn't said what exactly they'll use the sites for, the move comes just a month after President Trump announced he was ordering administration officials to release government files related to UFOs and extraterrestrials.
This is CBS News.
Every Sunday, moderator Margaret Brennan goes face-to-face with top leaders to make you better informed. Face the Nation, Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here. Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring. Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now. JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday. Scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet. Just a couple things, huh? Maybe more than a couple.
Live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at Amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra.
News this hour is brought to you by the Rusty Healy Agency in Madison. Call Landon Thompson at 601-856-3681 to request a quote or learn more.
They're back online at Bellhaven. Today, sunny and 77, clear and 52 tonight. Friday, it's back in the 80s, where the highs shall remain for a while. 81 and sunny. Up to 85 Saturday with news on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis. UMMC is not the only victim of a cyber attack lately. Bellhaven University says their system was compromised back on the 6th, and they shut down a good portion of their network to protect it and have only come back online with the help of cybersecurity specialists. The school says that online classes have now resumed. They say there is no evidence that any personal data was compromised. If you're a state employee or a city employee on state retirement, you should be aware that the bills to reform the state retirement system are back, having been added to a House bill, which passed the Senate Wednesday. That means that the bills that would allow retired state employees to work again and get 80% of their salary, and the ones that would put some cash in the pot to pay down debt, still have a chance to pass this year. The MBI still has not said exactly how the shooting went down in Holmes County, but a man named Octavius Small has been arrested in the shooting of a person on Highway 17 near Lexington, which happened Saturday. Another part of the Ted DiBiase Jr. welfare fraud trial is over. The defense is done as of Wednesday. Their side took only 2 days to present compared to the prosecution's several weeks of testimony. The defense did not call the man himself, though. DiBiase faces several charges related to no-show jobs and taking money that was meant to go to needy families for the jobs. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
Got electrical problems? Marty Cowden and Cowden Electric are here for you. Cowden Electric is your trusted electrician, serving the Jackson area for 3 decades. Electrical repair, service, and home rewiring are just the start of what Cowden Electric can do. Cowden Electric also installs generators to keep your power going when everyone else's lights are out. Plus, LED lighting, remodels, new construction, no job is too small. Visit CowdenElectric.com today to see all that they do. Cowden Electric, powering your home and business.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Located in Ridgeland and Flora, come see me, Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance.
Welcome to the Clay Edwards Show. More adrenaline.
You know, it's a pretty interesting time to be alive. What's the saying? May the times you live in be interesting. We have accomplished that.
And more testosterone for your morning drive.
But when you know you've got a problem, how about tell people and be honest? What's going on?
Going to war on cancel culture and bringing the spotlight on issues and topics from around the city of Jackson.
I feel like Jackson, Mississippi.
No one else wants to talk about.
The whole system is corrupt and evil. It's unreal. And they don't care. And everybody knows that. It's just sad.
And fights for the soul of America.
I'm going to need y'all to explain to me what a positive solution is, because you positive solutions only people have been in charge for a while now. And I'm not seeing too many positive solutions.
You never met a motherfucker.
Strap in, turn up the volume, and get ready, Jackson, for unfiltered, no sugar added talk radio. It's award-winning podcaster Clay and
Boom goes La Dynamite. It's hour 2 of the most incendiary show on the RADIO radio 1039 WYAB, the 50,000 watt blowtorch for stream worldwide, everywhere. We're in Iran right now. You know, I don't know the difference in Iraq and Iran. We're everywhere on the Mazda of Jackson live stream. You can check that out by just typing in 7 little letters, SAVE, SAVE, JXN. And you ought to see me pop up on your screen wearing my Austin 316 shirt this morning. You can chime in, jump in the live chat there, see what all is going on in there with the thousands and thousands, I kid, of the Clays fans. Anyway, you can check that out, man. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, Rumble, and of course, YouTube. And I say Facebook. All right, let's see here real quick. Cowden Electric, man, y'all need some generators for your home? Well, you need the full-size home generator that's built into the house. It's going to kick on automatically, or you just want to be able to use your portable generator and power just the most important things to you, whether it's the air conditioner, the deep freeze, whatever you got, you know, man, you got some home medical equipment. You don't need the storms going out and causing your medical equipment to go down. I know they got backup batteries, but hey, those things don't last forever. Sometimes you never know how long your power is going to be out when a big storm comes through. 5 minutes is too long. 5 seconds is too long for me. If it's in the summertime, it don't matter what time it is. I don't want to lose my air, my heat. Yeah, I do have a fireplace, a Willwood fireplace, thankfully. I can overcome the heat, the cold, sort of. But I can't do it without the internet. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do if we ever get hit with an EMP and get put back in the ancient Stone Age, because it's going to be a struggle going through internet withdrawals. But, you know, until then, I'll cross that bridge when we get there. Cowden Electric can prevent a lot of that with their generator hookup services. So reach out to them. Let Marty come out, give you a quote on it. We appreciate Jamie Creel sending him a bunch of business. Our favorite not State Farm, our favorite shelter insurance agent, Jamie Creel, sending him a bunch of business. Always good to do business with folks that like to do business with other folks that do business. Big circle of trust around here. Anglin Plumbing, we got some business coming your way too. So, with all that said, CowdenElectric.com. That's COWDEN electric.com. Of course, they can handle all your service calls, any issues you got, any additions, new construction, remodels you want to do, ceiling fans, whatever. Give Marty a shout today. CowdenElectric.com. All right, man. I did a video yesterday. I want to first give credit to Lindsey Beckham and Fred Shanks. They talked about this a couple of days ago when she had Fred on her show. Thanks for stealing my guest, by the way, Lindsey. I'm kidding. I steal people's guests all the time. I used to poach Kim Wade's show all the time. With that said, they came across the topic of, man, if I just don't quit talking and circle this dot here, I'm not going to be staring at my paper the whole time. They stumbled across the topic of, they were talking about the liquor distribution issue. And we're going to talk about this in depth here for a minute. And multifaceted, because a couple of liquor stores are suing the state. And I love it. I'm here for it. Even though I hate to see the taxpayers get sued, Well, technically, I don't think they're suing the taxpayers. They're suing the company that's running the ABC. Man, they screwed this up every which way they can. I bet they loathe the day that they thought coming to Mississippi would be a good idea. We don't play about our liquor delivery here. We do not play. But they stumbled across the topic about why we don't have liquor in grocery stores. Lindsay said, why can't I go to the grocery store and get my favorite bottle of wine or vodka or whatever? And Fred was explaining it to him. It struck a nerve with me, not negative towards Lindsay or anything, but I fired off the old text machine. And I was explaining why you can't have liquor in grocery stores. Well, technically you can. But so let's start at the beginning. If you own a bar or restaurant, that's called an on-premise permit if you have liquor or beer for that matter. But you get the beer from the state and from the local municipality. 2 different permits there. And you can usually get that same day for the most part. Though I have seen like Rankin County, a Mexican restaurant opened in Rankin County a year or so ago there in front of Dogwood, not El Patrio, but the other one down the road there. We went to it when it first opened and they had liquor and no beer. I was like, how do you not have beer? How did you get liquor before you got beer? What the heck happened there? I always was able to get beer same day in Hinds County. Anyway, but with that said, those are called on-premise permits. And to the best of my knowledge, you can have as many of those as you want in the state of Mississippi. If you're a chain restaurant, well, obviously anyone with more than one's a chain. So you can have as many of those, but you got to have people on the license, on the permit that work for you that are going to be in the building. So managers. I know one of our great sponsors here, I won't go into who, I'm putting all their personal business out there, but I know one of our sponsors has like 6 people on their liquor license because if the business is open, somebody who's on the license has to be in the building because there has to be accountability that you're not serving the minors, that you're not bootlegging, that you're not taking cash under the table, all this kind of stuff. And so that's why you have to do that. And you can have as many of those as you want. That's why you have multiple restaurants owned by the same people that have liquor licenses. All right. So liquor stores operate under a different permit, and that's called a off-premise permit. I mean, the names are pretty self-explanatory, but for the stupid people out there listening this morning, on-premise means you can drink it there, on property. Off-premise means off-property. Means you cannot drink it on the property. So I always laugh. Like when Rankin County was trying so hard, well, when the Southern Baptists were trying so hard to keep liquor out of Rankin County, they would always run these ads showing liquor, like the most rundown ghetto store they could find. Like, do you want this in Rankin County? Well, that's more of a code compliance issue there than it is a liquor store issue. If it's all the building's all run down and trashy out front, and it sounds like you need to send code compliance over there. But I digress. There's never people don't drink out in front of liquor stores. I ain't never seen a bum drink out in front of a liquor store. Now, occasionally you get these ghetto gas stations like Jasco that may have a liquor store built into them, but on the side, they got like 2 stores in one, and you'll have loiterers out front drinking, doing drugs, selling mixtapes, just doing all that kind of ghetto stuff. But that's the exception, not the rule. Well, I don't know. In Jackson, it is kind of the rule, but I digress. So you can only have one on-premise permit, off-premise permit, I mean, per person. Like, so that's why you never see multiple liquor stores with the same name. Like, there's not but one 042 Wine and Spirits. There's not but one Briarwood Wine and Spirits, so on and so forth. One Stanley's, et cetera, et cetera. And it's not that these places aren't successful enough that they can't have multiple locations. Because I'm sure that, say, for example, the city of Pearl was going to allow, I think if they had passed liquor, they were going to allow 3 liquor stores. I may be wrong on that, but let's just use the number 3, for example, here. I'm sure one person would have loved to have come in and bought all three permits and boxed anybody else out that wanted to come in. But only one person can have it, so to create 3 different people. Anyhow, you can't have more than one. That's the nexus of why grocery stores and gas stations don't have liquor. All right, so you understand that. But then you understand that most of your grocery stores in Mississippi the majority of them are chains. Kroger, Walmart, McDade's. I'm assuming there's more than, I don't know. Sullivan's is now going to have 2. And I'm sure there's some more chains I'm not thinking of, but I don't have to name every one for you to understand what I'm talking about here. So, and I know Costco and Sam's in Madison County have liquor. Before anybody tries to be a smart ass, oh, well, Clay, I can get it at Sam's and Costco. You're correct, you can. But here's the thing. Sam's had to pick. Well, they can't have it at the Pearl location because you can't have a liquor store in Pearl. So that ruled that one out. And I think they have they have some other locations throughout the state. But Sam's chose, or Walmart's chose, you know what? We're going to put the liquor store in Madison. That's where we feel like we can sell the most liquor if we have a liquor store. But you notice with that, you can't buy that. You can't enter that from inside Sam's. You have to go, or Costco. But Costco only has one Mississippi location, so they didn't have to choose. They just said, well, we'll put it at this one. This is the only location. That's a whole separate entrance built onto the front of the buildings or into the buildings, whatever. But it's a whole separate entrance. It's a whole separate business. It's a whole separate everything. No different than a strip mall at that point. It may be called Sam's Wine and Liquor. It may be called Costco Wine and Liquor, or Members Mark Wine and Liquor, whatever it is. But it's a separate business within that. Well, the people that operate that business, that corporation, can only have that one liquor store in the state of Mississippi. So they attached it to their Costco. Anyway, so that kind of explains to you why you can't buy wine and liquor. And the same rule applies for gas stations. Gas stations can, in fact, have liquor, but they have to put it in a separate attached building to the gas station. So you'll see a lot of, I mentioned like Jasco, for example, and there's plenty others. My buddy RJ and them got a gas station, RJ Singh and them got a gas station in Pearl. I think it's the one with the bumpers in it. If I'm getting my names wrong here, I apologize, but pretty sure I'm right. They got the gas station there by Bob Boyd Honda in Pearl that has the bumpers in it. It also has a liquor store. The liquor store is a separate business. You can't enter the liquor store from inside the gas station. You have to go out and go in a separate entrance. So they can technically own a liquor store at the gas station. But if they own another gas station, I believe all that liquor store would have to be in somebody else's completely different name for them to have it at multiple gas stations. Same rule applies for any other gas station because you can't buy liquor inside the gas station. You can't buy the liquor inside Kroger, inside Walmart, inside any grocery store. And liquor stores can't sell groceries. I mean, they're very strict about that. I mean, I don't even think they can sell the barbecue, like Fireman John's barbecue sauce. I don't even think they can sell that. They can sell his Bloody Mary mix. I don't even think they can sell his barbecue sauces in there. I tried. So I know that. Anyway, so the legislature would have to change the law on you even being allowed to buy liquor inside the stores first and foremost. Then they would have to change the law on how many off-premise permits one company could have. Then local rules and authority would apply. How many liquor stores do they want in their community? Like, let's go back to the Pearl example. Let's say Pearl was going to allow 3 liquor stores. Let's say you allow 3 independently owned liquor stores to come into Pearl. Well, Pearl's got a Kroger and Pearl's got a Walmart. Pearl also has a big grocery store across the street from Kroger there, that discount store, like a Sack and Save type, Food Depot type. Well, are you going to allow Walmart and Kroger to be your 4th and 5th liquor store? You going to tell Walmart and Kroger no? 2 of your biggest taxpayers? I mean, sales tax generators, property tax generators. You going to tell them they can't have it? But in the meantime, you've probably told several dozen prospective independent liquor store owners who applied for permits no, because you've reached your limit of 3. Do you still brush them to the side and you move Walmart and Kroger to the front of the line because they're existing businesses? I smell a lawsuit. I smell a discrimination lawsuit from the people who got told no. So you got a lot of hurdles you're going to have to overcome most likely to even make that happen. Now, somewhere like Jackson, it's a free-for-all. You get a liquor store, you get a liquor store, you get a check cashing place and a liquor store. But good God-fearing communities like Pearl and Brandon and, parts of Madison, not Canton, but parts of Madison, they're not going to allow a whole lot of that. So I hope that answers your question why you can't buy wine and liquor at grocery stores. Not that you asked that question, but I thought I would tell you that in case you ever wondered. See, this is a learning show. This is an educational show here on the Clay Edwards Show. I like to explain things to you may or may not know. Now, what I don't know for sure is how we got to that point, why you can have as many bars and restaurants as you want and have liquor at every one of them, but you can only have one liquor store. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. My assumption is because Mississippi were we the last state to go wet, maybe except Utah. We were one of the last states to go wet because, well, frankly, bootlegging was quite profitable for a lot of the sheriffs and politicians around here. And I know sheriffs were politicians, especially on the Gold Coast there in Rankin County, and I'm sure other parts of the state as well. Rankin County went forever before they went wet. The Gold Coast was still operating, and they had liquor in Jackson. So anyway, it's fun stories there about the old Gold Coast. I've learned a lot about that since moving to Rankin County. But my assumption is to why that rule got put in there is maybe one of the original liquor store owners probably paid off a politician. At least this is the story I tell this story sounds better than probably whatever the real story is. But I figure maybe some independent liquor store owner. There was probably a politician, probably a state rep. Didn't want anybody else to be able to open up a liquor store where he was planning on opening up a liquor store. And he's like, hey, we're just going to only one liquor license per person. We can't have Jitney Jungle or Sunflower open up a bunch of these dang old liquor stores here. Grocery stores can't sell liquor, and only one permit per person. I like the way that sounds. Little monopoly, little liquor store monopoly here. Anyway, I don't know. When we come back, let's talk about this lawsuit from the liquor stores against Ruhan, or I think it's Ruhan. Anyway, the company that's running the ABC and got everybody's liquor shortage all messed up, or liquor orders all messed up here in Mississippi. And I see a bunch of the live stream chats pouring through, so I'm going to try to read through them during the break here and see if you guys maybe have a better answer for this than I do. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
WYAB.
Get ready, Mississippi. You're invited to Cameron's Garage, Claws and Clovers on Saturday, March 28th. Kick things off with brunch from 10 to 2. Then stick around as the crawfish boil starts at 2 p.m. Fresh, hot, and full of flavor. And that's not all. Live music from Burnham Road hits the stage 7 to 11 p.m. So bring your crew and get ready to party. Great food, cold drinks, live music, and St. Patty's vibes all day long.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Get ready to shamrock your Saturday at Martin's Livingston. Join us this Saturday, March 21st from 3 to 8 p.m. for our St. Patty's Crawfish Boil, packed with flavor, fun, and live music all afternoon. Enjoy fresh crawfish and great sounds from the Fisher Hester Band, South of 20 Trio, and the T.J. Burnham Trio. It's the ultimate St. Patrick's celebration. Food, drinks, and live music at Martin's Livingston this Saturday. Don't miss it.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Need a new car? Then march right over to Mazda of Jackson and spring in the savings.
Get 1.9% financing for 63 months on all 2025 CX-5s, 2026 CX-90s, CX-50s, CX-70s, and Mazda 3s with approved credit. And get 1-year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. Don't wait another minute to experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. So get to Mazda of Jackson today, where pre-owned vehicles and hassle-free trade-in options are also available. Shop online or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road.
Hey guys, I have a secret for you. We notice. We notice when you're tired all the time. We notice when your drive is gone. We notice when you're just not feeling that into us. But here's the good news. It might not be your age. It might be your testosterone level. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Men's Health of Mississippi. We help men just like you. We specialize in giving you back your strength, your energy, stamina, and confidence. Don't settle for feeling less than your best. Call Men's Health of Mississippi today to find out what your testosterone level is. Trust me, we'll notice that too. Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness of Mississippi. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
Here's John and Corey Ravenstein to announce a very special bridal event.
If you're getting married soon, I want to personally invite you to Juniker's annual Bridal and Wedding Ring Show.
It's going on now through Saturday, April 4th at Juniker.
Come shop the largest selection in the state of diamond engagement rings and ultimate wedding bands from our top designers.
Buy your diamond engagement ring during the show and get up to $500 credit towards both of your wedding bands.
Buy your wedding engraving and free layaway with no financing.
With no interest financing for qualified buyers.
Save some money.
Upgrade that honeymoon.
The bridal and wedding ring event at Juniker Jewelry Company.
3 big weekends now through Saturday, April 4th.
We'll see you there.
Juniker Jewelry Company. From anywhere in Mississippi, we're at 1485 Highland Colony Parkway, just south of 463 in Madison, and online at junikerjewelry.com, Mississippi's direct diamond importer.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB. Real quick, this segment brought to you by our friends over at how about our friends right there at 042 Wine and Spirits? You know, seems like a apropos time to mention them as we're talking all this liquor store talk. Right there, Highway 80, next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon, Crossgates, Brandon, the real Brandon 042, not the fake 047 Brandon. Anyway, I kid. Shout out to 047. We love those folks over there too. I almost moved there, but I got talked into moving to 042. No regrets. No regrets. Who knows though? May end up over on the water at some point in my life. Fingers crossed. I want to end up on the water. With all that said, while I'm in 042, 042 Wine and Spirits, locally owned, locally operated, and award-winning. With a still, man, you know, it helps to have a large inventory right now because a lot of places don't. But as of this live read, 400 different wines to choose from, 200 different bourbons and whiskeys, lots of vodka, up to 50 different vodkas, 50 different tequilas, 50 different gins. I mean, they got a lot of stuff, man. I always forget all the different kind of liquors. I do. I'm such a creature of habit. They got one Fireball. No, they have 2 Fireballs now. They forgot they have that apple Fireball. But they got Jaeger. They got it all right there. All those good little Tennessee moonshine, or old smoky moonshine flavors. Those things are dangerous good. My goodness, those little airplane bottles they have at the checkout aisle there. Anyway, swing by, check them out today. Lots of good inventory. Even better than their inventory is their staff and their knowledge of everything. So if you got any questions, don't be scared to ask. They can help you out a lot, whether it's on about a particular bottle or if Kevin's there, he can tell you how to mix any drink you need to mix, what elixirs you need, mixers, all that good stuff. Just how many he'll write it down on a bar napkin for you. What you need, how much you need, how much for, the whole 9 yards. Tell him I told you to ask him. I'm sure he loves me volunteering him for bartender recipes. Shout out to Kevin though, man. Great guy. Shout out to everybody at 042 Wine and Spirits, Highway 80, Brandon, Mississippi, right next to Sonny's Barbecue. All right. So speaking of liquor stores, we got a lawsuit here in Mississippi involving some liquor stores. And the state's inability to get them their liquor. Our liquor stores down on the coast have said, you know what, man, we have had enough. You have cost us enough money with your incompetence. And make no mistake, they are claiming incompetence. Let's go over to WLBT. I see Maggie Wade here on my computer screen. It's never a bad day to have Miss Maggie Wade on the computer screen. It's much better than having CJ LeMasters, that's for sure.
Thanks, Dave. 3 Mississippi Gulf Coast package stores now suing over the ongoing liquor delivery problems. Other store owners say there have been improvements, but it's nowhere near back to normal operations. 3 News Side's Courtney Ann Jackson explains what's keeping bottles from getting restocked.
3 package stores on the Mississippi coast, Aloha Wine and Spirits, Rossetti's Liquor Barrel, and Buckshots, have heard the explanations.
We do think during March they will be able to make big strides toward reducing that backlog.
When the revenue commissioner said that last month, he was referring to the company the state contracted with to manage the ABC warehouse, Iowa-based Ruan. Now, those 3 package stores are suing them, alleging the company was in breach of the contract and say it was reckless to break the state's only alcohol supply chain. That was prompted by a change in software and moving away from the conveyor belt system. One of the attorneys telling us the lawsuit is about accountability, saying Ruan Transport is a billion-dollar corporation that rolled out an untested system that failed.
I would love to be compensated for our losses for this, sure. But I don't know that how is Ruan to blame for the state's antiquated equipment?
That's owner of Spillway Wine and Spirits, Josh Sorrell. He thinks the ultimate responsibility falls to the state.
I talk to attorneys, of course, but we can't fire them. We can't sue them. We're stuck, and Ruan, as the operator of the warehouse, gets to be the poor guy holding the bag as a private industry.
And he says things have only gotten worse.
My order that I was working on this morning was 50% of what I wanted was missing, was not there to purchase. So it's happening on both sides. They're limiting what we can order, and they're limiting what the distributors can get in.
Co-owner Richie Peaster at Madison Cellars says deliveries are improving.
We are getting deliveries every day, pretty much every day.
But that doesn't tell the whole story
Pause
because
for a second here. It feels like these guys, and I understand, those can't fight City Hall. It feels like these guys are really scared to tell you what they really feel about it. Because, if you get out here and you blast these people publicly on such a big platform as the Clay Edwards Show, WLBT, that they may get a little revenge, right? Like, hey, you know what? Hey, we ain't got that. We don't have that in stock. Oh, did you look at there? We lost your order.
the orders they're getting are things they ordered nearly a month ago.
Some of the orders that we're getting in today would come from February the 15th or what have you. I mean, they're still behind.
Courtney Ann Jackson.
I'm just saying, allegedly, of course. Look, I disagree with our buddy from Spillway Wine. I disagree with whatever lawyer told him he couldn't sue, because the guys on the coast found a lawyer that would sue. I understand not wanting to. I understand the juice not being worth the squeeze. But I think you gotta get them fired up over there. You know, I don't know. It's a bad situation. It really is. But I'd say it. Now, I do disagree with our buddy from Spillway on this. He said, how is it Ruan's fault that they're having to replace antiquated state-owned equipment? You should have dry run. You should have beta tested your equipment. You should have beta tested your plan. You should have beta tested the computer software that you replaced it with and made sure it was compatible with the computers and the equipment that you had there, which it ended up not being. So this ain't no just one level. This is like a multi-level pyramid marketing scheme of screw-ups right over here by Ruan out there at the warehouse, allegedly, of course. I mean, I don't know. It ain't allegedly. Something's screwed up factually. 100% guaranteed. Something's screwed up because people can't get their orders. Distributors or manufacturers, whatever you want to call it, can't get their liquors sent to the warehouse. And the warehouse ain't empty. I'm telling y'all, there's an easy fix to get this backlog taken care of. Get up with a company, do an open call, figure something out, sign an executive order, Tater. You do like the Uber of liquor deliveries here. Why am I the only person that's saying this out loud? I am not that smart. I should not be the only person that has thought about this. Get you a couple hundred express, they call them hot shot delivery people. We used them in the parts business. They used to all meet right down there, right behind the downtown fire station, the main fire station 1 or whatever it is, the main fire station by the post office annex. There's an empty lot right back there. Not an empty lot, it's a building you used to drive through. When I worked, my first job out of high school was delivering parts for Great Daniels Ford. I'd load them up in the back of the truck, had to get them to the hot shot guys so they could send these parts to North Mississippi, South Mississippi, where the hell ever they were going. You get these hot shot drivers, hundreds of them if you need it. And you could have this backlog knocked down in a week. This ain't rocket science. I know. Well, Clay, you don't understand. We got a contract with a trucking company. Still pay them. Somebody got to pay for this. The state needs to pay for this. Ruan needs to pay for this. These liquor store owners would probably, I don't want to speak for them, these bar owners, they would probably pitch in a little bit. These casinos, can we just get it here? I'll pay to have it delivered. I will pay a delivery fee to get it. This is such a simple fix to this. Short term anyway. You use them until you get your problem solved. Not rocket science. Not rocket science. Even though we're in the land of future engineers, rocket scientists, and astronauts. Jackson, Mississippi. We'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
This is Central Mississippi's Stimulating Talk.
103.9 WYAB. Pocahontas, Jackson.
When leaks, clogs, or cold showers slow you down, call on Anglin Plumbing, the plumbing experts who get the job done right the first time. Leaky faucet, sink, or toilet? Need a water heater installed? Call on Anglin Plumbing. You can always trust Anglin's reliable and hardworking technicians. Don't let plumbing headaches ruin your day. Call on Anglin Plumbing Service to get it fixed. And you can be a part of the team. Anglin Plumbing is now hiring. Learn more about Anglin Plumbing at anglinplumbing.com.
Hey, Rankin County, swing by the locally owned and award-winning 042 Wine and Spirits on Highway 80 next to Sonny's Barbecue in Brandon today. We've got one of the largest selections around with over 200 bourbons and whiskeys to ignite your taste buds, more than 50 vodkas, 50-plus tequilas, 30-plus rums, and ready-to-drink cocktails, as well as premium scotches. And get this, we've got over 400 wines in stock for the perfect pairing anytime. Discover your new favorites today at 042 Wine and Spirits right next to Sonny's Barbecue, Highway 80, Cross Gates, Brandon.
Since 2012, Brentech Solutions has been keeping Central Mississippi businesses connected and protected. From secure data backup and cloud services with Synology to reliable network design and maintenance, servers, and business Wi-Fi, Brentech truly does it all. Brentech is your Ring Pro partner and smart home automation solutions provider. Brentech can handle Microsoft 365 support and even Starlink. Visit brentech.ms. That's brentech.ms. IT solutions that work.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Are you craving a home-cooked meal without the hassle? Come over to McBee's Bar and Grill in Ridgeland for their Blue Plate lunch specials. Served up every weekday, at McBee's it's a different entree every day. Chicken spaghetti on Mondays, beef tip Tuesday, pork chop Wednesday, spaghetti Thursday, and catfish Fridays. And McBee's Blue Plate lunch comes with 2 classic southern sides and cornbread or a roll. McBee's specials are served every weekday from 11 to 2. McBee's, buzzing the res since 1982.
For over 15 years, A1 Gear and Auto has been your hometown specialist for your auto repair and maintenance needs. From brake repair to placement to radiators, engines, starters, alternators, heat, and AC water pumps, and more, A1 will get your vehicle back up and running and on the road and in a timely manner. A1 is one of the only shops in the metro that specializes in rear differentials, rear ends, and rings and pinions. Call today to set up an appointment, or if you got questions, at 601-939-1060. A1 Gear and Auto, your hometown vehicle specialist.
Your pool should be something you enjoy, not something you fight with. Hi, I'm Darren with Elite Pools. At Elite Pools, we do more than just service. We take care of everything your pool needs, from your routine maintenance to your full repairs, upgrades, and even complete transformations. If your pool needs a little attention or a fresh start, then Elite Pools can bring it back to life. Visit Elite Pools online at elitepoolsms.com. That's elitepoolsms.com. Or give us a call. At Elite Pools, we keep you swimming.
Hey, Central Mississippi, it's Big Pop inviting you to Mississippi's biggest and best gun shows. Big Pop gun shows will be at the Clyde News Center March 21st, 22nd in Pearl, Mississippi. Saturday hours 9 to 5, Sunday hours 10 to 5. There'll be plenty of buying, selling, trading, gun appraisals over 250 tables of merchandise to see. The largest vendors around to see. Y'all come and let's have a great weekend at the Pearl Gun Show March 21st, 22nd at the Clyde News Center. And don't forget to register for two $20 gift certificates to be given away every hour. Go to www.bigpopgunshows for more info.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Located in Ridgeland and Flora, come see me, Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance.
Broadcasting live from the Men's Health and Women's Wellness of Mississippi studios. This is the Clay Edwards Show.
Welcome back into the Clay Edwards Show. This segment brought to you by friends over at Ellis Autoplex, sponsors of the Ellis Autoplex text line. I appreciate all the texts this morning on the all the different topics. I've been reading them, always enjoy them. That number is 769-241-1944. Ellis Autoplex, you can check them out in person right over there on Highway 471 in Flowood, Mississippi, down on the north end of 471. I call it down on the north end because, where I live, I fucking going down 471 because it's vertically down. Anyway, 471, Flowood, right over there near the Lakeland Drive exit. You pass it, you'll end up going right under Lakeland Drive there. Anyhow, check them out there. Little Truck City, great selection of pre-owned four-door, four-wheel drive pickups, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, or Ram as they call it now, Toyota. They got them all out there with a heavy emphasis on the F-150s. It is Mississippi's top-selling truck, and America's for that matter. So swing by, check those out. Check them out online, ellisautoplex.com. Follow them on Facebook also at Ellis Autoplex, where Casey just does a bang-up job. Him and his team do a bang-up job of keeping the inventory fully up to date there. If something sells, they mark it sold. If they got something, they've bought it through a wholesaler or through an auction or whatnot. They post pictures of it, let you know it's coming. So you can state your claim early. And if they're going to do a little recon on it, like new tires or stuff like that, you can have some say-so on the tires you want, within the budget and whatnot. Talk to them about all that stuff. I don't want to speak for them, but, I just know these are things that can be done if you get on a vehicle early enough. So you can see something come up, hey, that is exactly what I've been looking for. And hey, if you don't see exactly what you're looking for, within reason, they can find it for you. It ain't always the easiest thing to do because, you just never know what's going to happen when a vehicle gets there. It's true condition, all that good stuff. But they can and will search for a vehicle for you and, try their best to make that deal happen. When I say earn your business, I don't think there's a pre-owned store in this town that goes more out of the way to earn your business than Ellis Autoplex. I really mean that after working there and knowing Casey the way I do. So check them out online, ellisautoplex.com. And of course, they buy vehicles too. Don't deal with the Craigslist crazies, the marketplace maniacs. Don't have me doing a segment on this show about you getting killed at an interstate exit somewhere because you met somebody off marketplace. Don't have me doing a segment about you because you got a fake certified check from one of these losers on Facebook Marketplace. It's okay to profile every now and then. Stereotypes are earned, not given. Stereotypes are earned, not given. If it looks suspicious, probably suspicious. We won't go into that right now. We won't go into all the different ways to know it's a fake check. I've done plenty of shows about that. You should know by now. Use common sense. Or avoid all that at Ellis Autoplex. Get your local check today and a fair market value offer for your trade. All right. Let's read some text here. Let's see here. On the liquor delivery idea, a texter says, let me confirm that that's not spam. Confirm, not spam. All right. So I'll be damned. I confirmed it as not spam and it sent it to the spam box. Anyway, the guy was saying, and I'll get it fixed here so you can text back. The fella said, how about you hire Chick-fil-A to figure this thing out, or Walmart? That's a great idea. Walmart has got this delivery thing figured out with their Walmart Plus delivery system. I get my groceries delivered via Walmart Plus sometimes if I just don't feel like going to the grocery store, or I need something that I can only get at Walmart, as much as I hate it. With that Walmart Plus, you get a free Paramount Plus subscription with it. So for the money it costs to have Walmart Plus, or the money it costs to have Paramount Plus, I get the other for free. Actually, it's cheaper to have Walmart Plus than it is Paramount Plus, and you get Paramount Plus free with your Walmart Plus subscription. So if you have Paramount Plus, cancel it, get Walmart Plus, get your Paramount Plus subscription for free. At least that's what they have when I set it up. All right. That's a great idea, though. But it goes back to that's pretty much the hot shot idea. Or that's at minimum, that's the, same thing. Close enough. But he did say, like, my hot shot idea. We got to think outside the box. Like, this does not have to be fixed the traditional way. Get you some extra staffing out there that can pull these orders and get them plugged. This is going to cost the state millions of dollars either way. It's either going to cost the state millions in lost sales tax, or it's going to cost the state millions in having to pay people to deliver it. At least keep your small businesses happy. I would much rather it just come out the general fund and pay these folks so these small business owners ain't missing their bills, so their employees aren't missing their income. It's got a massive trickle-down effect that a lot of people don't realize. Way more than just your favorite liquor not being on the shelf. Way more. My phone is blowing up right now about one of the idiots who got arrested and sent to jail for 6 to 12 months yesterday. I'm well aware. Trust me. I found out yesterday when it happened. I found out the second it happened yesterday. We had sources in the courtroom. The Clay Edwards Show has sources in the courtroom. Just trust me on that. Yes, I knew immediately that one of them boys that hates your boy got, I think, 6 to 12 months. Hard time out there in Rankin County. Hard time. Now, we don't celebrate folks going to jail on the Clay Edwards Show, because I don't want that karma in my life. I don't want that karma in my life. Just don't want it. You can't celebrate another man's failures. You really can't. Now, I don't pray for my enemies. That's between them and God. They can pray for themselves. I don't pray for their downfall. I don't pray for their uptick. I don't pray for my enemies in no way, form, or fashion. That's between them and God. We don't celebrate people's demises around here. What I have learned, however, is when you have people like that who are constantly attacking you, just constantly coming after you, they will eventually trip themselves up. I learned that with Polo. I learned, when Polo had flipped the script and was coming after me hard, trying to, I opened up the show talking about this, don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Don't acknowledge your enemy even exists. And it can be tough sometimes. It can be the hardest thing you do is ignoring people who are coming after you. I mean, you really, it sucks. I don't know any way to put it, but you got to ignore it. And that's the only way you're ever going to deal with it is just ignore it. Ignore them. Don't give them the attention they want. But man, I'm not a hater. I ain't got no hater in my body. Now, I can hate what people are doing. I can hate people coming after me. I can hate all the violent crime in Jackson. I can hate the culture rot. I can hate a lot of those things. But man, I just don't have it in me to hate on another man's hustle. I don't even know if I can say this word on the radio. Man, I'm not going to. We're just going, that's gay. Gay. That's what it is. Just gay retard. Gay retard. That's what gay retards do, is they come after another man's money. They pocket watching another man, trying to get another man fired from his job. That's why, I'll laugh when these idiots get themselves fired from their jobs because of dumb stuff they've done. But I won't never be the one to participate in cancel culture. Now, I can laugh about it when it finally comes back around and smacks a Democrat in the face because they thought the rules didn't apply to them. Well, y'all thought y'all were just going to sit here and bring all this cancel culture BS on Republicans for the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Every time we said anything like gay retard, anytime we said anything like that, and y'all got us canceled for just being Trump supporters, for simply owning a red MAGA hat. Y'all didn't think when the shoe got on the other foot, when the pendulum swung, that we weren't going to mock and meme y'all till you cry and then mock and meme you a little bit more for crying? You're sadly mistaken. But with all that said, I might do some mocking and memeing, but I can't participate in just the play of hating. I can't do it. I ain't built like that. I'm built different. I done told y'all that. I put myself on I hold myself to a different standard. I'm not saying you're right or wrong for doing it. I'm not saying I don't enjoy watching it. I like watching bum fights, but I don't go fight bums. I like watching a lot of things I don't participate in. I like watching other people fight, but I don't want to fight. I like bout time brawling. I like the UFC. I don't participate in none of that stuff, but I like it. I like watching it. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I saw that. I saw a boy got arrested. I knew he got sentenced, I think 6 months, but a pretty big fine. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with it. So I don't wish that on nobody. I just wish people would leave me alone. That's all I want. Just leave me alone. Let me do me. I let y'all do y'all. I don't interrupt y'all's grind, y'all's hustle, y'all's grift, whatever it is. Just let me do me. My audience likes me. You don't like what I do over here? It's an easy solution. Again, future rocket scientists, engineers, and astronauts out there, there's such an easy solution. If you don't like me, don't watch, don't listen. Am I that detrimental to the cause, to the culture, that me exposing it and talking about it and getting some yucks over here at y'all's behest? Am I that detrimental that I got to go away? That I can't exist? I mean, do I have to go away for you to exist? Am I that important to the media landscape here that you can't find success without my failure? I say, I got too much pride, too much ego to ever believe that anybody else is single-handedly responsible for my success or failure other than me. Like, there's plenty of ears and eyes out there for you to create viewers and listeners without having to put another man out of business to do it. But I guess that's what being raised by good parents versus not will teach you. I don't know. Let's take a break. We'll be right back to land the plane for the day. This is the Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB. All right, guys. Another good show. I had fun today. I don't know if y'all did. I had fun. We covered one news story? The liquor store suing. That was a news story, right? But man, if y'all want to talk about Iran and all that stuff, I try to be honest with y'all. Like, talking about foreign wars is just so above my pay grade. It really is. I try to talk about things I'm interested in, things I'm knowledgeable about. I have my opinions on that stuff. I don't mind chopping it up a little bit, but if you're wanting war coverage, if you're wanting to get into all that kind of stuff, I'm just saying, I just try to be as upfront and honest with y'all as possible. This just ain't going to be the show for you. It just isn't. We're America first over here. That includes our news coverage. I know we're involved in that, but nonetheless, no bombs are being dropped over here yet, thankfully. All right, man. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate everybody who tuned in this morning. Go out, do something great today. Don't let nobody bother you. That was the moral to the show today. Don't let other people trashing you, attacking you, going after you. None of that matters. you are 100% in control of your success or your failure today. Not somebody else talking about you on the internet, not somebody else trying to hate on you, none of that stuff. You and only you can prevent forest fires. I'm kidding. You and only you are responsible for your success. So I appreciate everybody, man. Again, another blessed opportunity for me to get up, my 2 feet hit the floor today, and get to come and do this for a living. So thank y'all. Y'all be blessed. Salute.